afternoon. I'm after getting a mobile phone off my daughter, so I said I'd make a video and check it out and see how is it any better than the old phone I have. So we are now the 18th of October and I'm after leaving these into this lower field here. It's the lowest, mooriest, wettest, worst field we have. And although it's the wettest, worst, rushiest field that I have, it's actually one of my favourite fields. And the reason is, it's all very well to have a nice green, flat, lush, reseeded, manured field. Well, the likes of them fields, the only way forward for that field is to get worse. So this here has a lot of potential to get better. So every year I look at it and I'll see it improving. Well, I know it's not much to look at now, but the crack is with this field here is it hasn't been grazed. It was grazed twice over last winter and it was grazed right up until April of this year, and I took the cattle off it and they haven't been back. So there's a full year's growth on this field here, or this bottom, or this cutaway bog, whatever you want to call it. Now it's a wet place, but what we have here now is rushes, tall grass, overgrown grass, and old sprat, and there's that yellow stuff there now. That's a legume, so that's about the only good plant that's in here. But the reason why, now let me just explain why I've done this. The reason why I had left it completely untouched all the growing season, let me jump this wire, and now I'm going to graze it, is for this exact reason here. It's completely and utterly overgrown and matured, so the cattle are going to come along now and trample all that down into the ground and build a heap of soil. And next year I'm expecting it to be much more improved. So we have all this lovely picking here and we're going to lay down tons. See, it's all there flattened already. That's just with the rain and the wind all year. It's going to be flattened to the ground, and the fertility that it will be put down will be immense, massive amounts of fertility and biomass. So that is the plan. This is a little bit like our experimental field over in Dirra Farm. So this is what I had done this year. Grazed it intensively, I suppose, over the winter, dusk on, and took the cattle off it and never brought them back. So this is what it grew in the full 6 months of the growing season. So I left them in here a couple of hours ago. They're not overly excited about it, but they're quiet and they're going to work their way through here. I have a bale of silage left outside there. I'm going to feed that some in the morning, so I'm going to get 24 hours out of it here, if not a day and a half, and then so on all the way through. Now it gets really wet down there as you go into them black sallies. I'm after putting down a heap of alders down there along as well, so they're grown up. I will show you them another time, but for now let me go back in here. So yeah, I'm excited to see now how this place turns out. Now it's more rushy here and it's more spratty down there. This is the drier end of it here, and it gets wetter as it goes along. So we've given them about a quarter of an acre here, a long strip that they can trample, walk up and down. So more news now as well is, you'll notice that the red white-head cow with the horns is not here, and the rowaney cow is not here. They are back at home. I have them at the house. I'm going to take the 2 bull calves off them in the morning and go to the market with them. So that's why they're not here. I didn't want them roaring and stressed all night, so I left the cows with them. So yeah, they should be quiet. And then when I take the calves off them in the morning, the cows then will come back down to join the herd here, and that'll settle them down then. So they'll be glad to get back with the rest of the cows, which will take their mind off the calves being missing, I'm thinking, and I'm hoping. There's that little suck calf I was showing you the last day that I didn't talk too much about. That was a bottle fed calf, a Maverick. She got a couple of bags of milk replacer and a couple of bags of nuts, and now she's on grass full time. She's alright, she's doing okay. She'll never be a show champion. So the cows are quiet. They were given out this morning. I had them held up at home for an extra bit of time because of the separating. So our lead cow wasn't on the drive, so they were kind of slowish coming down the road, but they figured it out. So yeah. Now I know I still have the issue of this heifer coming bulling, and the other lady coming bulling. Where is she? Over there. And I still have 3 bulls in here, calves, but I'm not going to worry about it. They both came bulling this weekend, so we know that the bulls are not fertile just yet. And if they don't come back in 3 weeks' time, we'll inject. But it gives me, every time I see them bulling, it gives me 3 more weeks to keep the herd as one and to feed on them short-horn calves, because I want them looking well and I want them looking strong for next summertime, especially this fella. Yeah. So that's it now. They're going to pick away at them bits of grasses and herbs and weeds and whatever they can find. There's lots of stuff anyhow, and they've lots of shelter, and there's meant to be rain coming tonight, so they'll lie down in there, they'll bed down in there, and it'll be ideal for them now that the wind blow over their heads. So yeah, no other news. I'll let you know tomorrow how I get on with the mart. If them calves don't get what I want, I'll bring them home and squeeze them. I'm sure they'll make close enough to it. So anyhow, that's all the news. They're starting to lie down now, so they're satisfied. And I'll go away home. So for now, we'll say good luck and goodbye.